Welcome back to another episode of Control. I'm being pursued by a bunch of low-level people, so I'm just gonna come down here and blast all of them. What's good? Oh yeah, buddy? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. I'm the quickest gun in the West. Alright, so we're still heading to the janitor's office. We're going to get this last mission that he has. I'm pretty sure this is the...
I guess I just take a seat.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is like the last mission that you have.
This is what being a
for
janitor is all about.
This is the last what a mess. And it's what a mess, take a break, and I guess that's exactly what we're doing. Good times, good times. We really probably should get back to... Oh, no way! Oh...
I suppose the janitor's assistant does need proper janitor attire.
Ooh, I didn't know you could get that. That's new to me. What the fuck? How do I get... Okay, I need to go back. No, we're swapping outfits immediately before we return to chasing after Ahti. I also noticed last time, by the way, and I did mention... What the fuck is let me out? We do have a random quest that showed up in there called a dark place, or maybe I didn't mention it. I might have just said like, oh, that's weird that we have this thing called, you know, for the dark place that I haven't seen nor talked about. Well, that's DLC, and apparently it's pretty tough DLC, and that would matter to me, except for I've got everything else that I use leveled up, you know what I mean? So I'm really thinking that what we do here is, and I know it sucks for me too, because the ashtray maze I'm really stoked on. We might just finish. Nah, I don't know. I think that we should do it before we go to the ashtray maze. I think that it'll be a nice setup because it's a good DLC. It's horror based for one thing, which I'm stoked about. Oh hell yeah. It's me, the director janitor. But I don't know. I feel strongly that I would like to play it in the middle of the game instead of the end, because the ending to it is not overly like, oh wow, this feels very conclusive. We're definitely playing the Foundation DLC last, because that one does feel like it has like a very final kind of ending, you know what I mean? Sorry, I had to go put my outfit on so I can meet up with Ahti and be dressed like him. Which way am I supposed to be looking? We're back in the ocean view. That's Mr. Wake's door. That's my door. But whose door is this? That's the real question, huh? Oh shit, never mind. I feel like this would be Mr. Door. R.I.P. That guy was so good. Lance Reddick, I think was his name. Am I crazy? The fuck? Yeah, it was Lance Reddick. He was a good guy, good actor. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, hey, I guess we're not going in that door. It just wants me to turn on all the radios? I can do that. Here you go, Ahti. Be heard by all. Be heard by all, Ahti. And third door. No big worm. I don't know why it takes longer than normal to turn on these. Oh, turn on these radios. I think the one in the first room just got demolished. Yep. That dirty mold got wrecked. Oh. I know I'm in the janitor outfit, but I'm not cleaning that shit up. It's not happening. Did I not fully pick the key up or something? Hello? Oh, it goes to the janitor door. Ooh. What the fuck is that? I'm in the Black Rock Quarry? Oh, claim control point. Where? Oh, I mean, I know it's got to be massive, right? Because what's-her-face just like went missing for a significant amount of time. Albany summary. What happened in Albany? A response team was dispatched to a possible AWE in progress at blank Albany. At the scene, the team encountered and retrieved A163. The Bureau had discovered numerous online message boards regarding loud noises coming from an abandoned shipping warehouse belonging to the Blank Corporation. Local law enforcement had discovered numerous bodies in various states of mutilation in the vicinity. This, along with the noises, were considered to be evidence of a werewolf due to the fact that they only occurred on the last 3 full moon. Field Agent Blank accompanied a squad of ranger trainees to the site as a form of field training. Oh, this is, what's his face? The security guy. The likelihood of a genuine AWE was considered low. Despite this evaluation, the team encountered a highly volatile altered item which they successfully retrieved. Oh, that's cool. I know that guy. I know that detective that led those guys. Very nice. Open sesame. To the light we go. Oh shit. Yeah, fuck all that. I'll see you guys later. I'm good. I'm just gonna keep floating around, enjoying my life. You guys can kiss my ass. I don't know how far the fall was, I'll be honest. I got scared. I wussed out. I wussed out too early. Where am I? Is this under the Black Rock Quarry? What the fuck? He was gonna draw on me. You all saw it. You all saw it. Mad Lad. Albany Supplement. Upon arrival, the squad broke into the warehouse and discovered boxes of undelivered merchandise abandoned by the previous owner of the warehouse. As they investigated the noise, blank along the south side of the building caused it to collapse inward. Wooden crates and accelerated physical blank from blank rendered Field Agent Blank and 2 of the trainees unconscious. The others escaped the warehouse before it collapsed entirely. In the rubble, they found A163 at the origin of the blank, attracting and repelling debris. They stood guard around the item until the moon set, at which point the altered effect ceased. They returned the item to the Bureau without further incident. No fatalities occurred. The collapse of the warehouse was not witnessed by civilians, and thus no reinforming by the communications department was required. That scared the shit out of me. I did it. Oh no, not the gondola. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. What the fuck are you doing up here? Dumbass. Alright, let's fucking party then. I'm not afraid of you assholes. Oh, he was throwing stuff too. You missed. Thanks, bud. Okay, so this is just gonna be a constant thing until this gondola gets here, huh? Good to know. Don't you fucking dare, man. I saw the guy with the rocket launcher immediately. I swear I can smell him. I'm gonna kill you with your own dude. You better look out. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. They're beating my ass. Yeah, actually, I need all of y'all's health items. gondola here? No, still not. Later, asshole. Holy shit. This guy's tough as rocks, huh? I think he's made out of rocks, actually, now that I look at him. Get this guy out. Oh shit, get this guy out of here. Really, I missed? I very much am, what the fuck? Very much am not a fan of the guys with rockets, dude. They will like two-tap your shit if you're not careful. Gondola here. Yeah, it is. Alright, I'm out. This is nice. I wonder where it's taking us out to. Is this all black rock? What is this shit? Are we in like the parking garage or something? He wanted to be like, who made this shit? And then I remember, never mind, the house made itself. I'm in nowhere, by the way. Ah, Ati, never change. I'm enjoying your beautiful voice. I can make it from here, you think? But I can make it from here. Bet I could make it from here. Okay. Never mind, I'm not allowed to jump on the gondola. The rules are no jumping, apparently. I can do everything else, but I can't jump. Nice. Almost dashed off the goddamn side, but jumping? No. Maybe she uses a lot of downward force when she does it, and she doesn't want to like break the cable car. This is Ati's special cable car, alright? If I break it, he'd be mighty cross with me. Alright, well, we made it.
There's something up ahead. Do you see it?
I see something. What is this? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Excerpt from Altered Speech A114 by Dr. Theodore Ash. The results are incredible, but more so the speed of discovery this allows us. A114 copies our speech, but after numerous tests, we've discovered that certain words are missing from its vocabulary. We began isolating these words, cross-referencing them with esoteric texts from the early days at the Bureau. We found that these words, when arranged in a particular formation and spoken at varying speeds and cadence, elicit a reaction from the altered item. We tested this specific string of words, a formula if you will, on the other altered items kept in the examination hall. Varying physical responses were recorded with each one. With an 82% success rate, we've proven that words can tangibly affect these items. Specific applications must be explored, possibly for the containment or identification purposes. This will drastically change our approach moving forward. And to think, there are still two more words to be found. I wonder what language he's speaking.
For a fin, holidays holy.
What is happening?
Ati?
Look, I'm dressed just like you, Ati. We're twins, bro.
Did you miss me?
Oh, I need you. I can't get through the ashtray maze without you. Did I what?
No. Bark don't make a wound. You did good. Take my cassette player. You can borrow it. The song is a present from my friends to you. It will get you through the maze so you can do.
Did he ask me if I had piss in my sock?
Did that really just happen? Of course it did. He gave me his cassette player. Will get me through the maze, huh? The janitor always has the keys.
I'm still more concerned about the piss in my sock thing. For the record, I do not have piss in my sock. That I know of. Alright, got that all the way up. Next, I guess we just upgrade melee. That's the only other thing that I sometimes very rarely use. Also, before we go and do this, like I said, oh, I did get a hotline. From the Foundation, actually. Not from Ati. You have seen the foundation of the building, tree, the house grew there, here, everywhere. We are there, everywhere. We have a socket door there. It is a direct link. They've got a door in here somewhere? Alright, well that's fucking unsettling. Anyway, yeah, no, we're gonna start this, the AWE DLC. And I believe that we start that by going to executive and going down the thingy. Now, I know we just got the janitor outfit. Alright, I recognize that. However, I think that this is gonna be like this is a horror-esque setting, you know what I mean? And if you ask me, this works great for a horror setting. So we're just gonna rock these sweatpants for a while with the big P7 on them.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there.
Oh my god. Yeah. This is the Alan Wake DLC. So y'all keep this in mind whenever we're going into Alan Wake 2.
A hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
Y'all just remember all this shit whenever we go into Alan Wake 2, alright? It's important. Investigation sector it is. Hopefully I don't get my shit pushed in. This is supposed to be a pretty difficult one. However, I'm pretty leveled up. I was gonna say, I was like, can I go in? Oh yeah, also I should check that hotline, shouldn't I? What the full thing was. I always forget that you can do that. There he is, Mr. Allen.
The elevator. There was something there. A presence.
A presence?
A call.
That's me, I'm Jesse Faden. Did he write this in?
Dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star. And
there's this tweed jacket.
She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as...
Oh, and he knows about Polaris.
So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else too. A hunger in the dark.
So you can just kind of imagine this is happening kind of in the background while control is going on.
Can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector.
That there was.
Faden pressed the button. The elevator.
Damn, this guy just knows everything, doesn't he? Can you imagine never having played an Alan Wake game and seeing this shit and you're just like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what the fuck? Just some asshole typing about me?
Hello? Anyone here?
Just some
Guess
asshole
not.
sitting in here typing about me. Who is this guy, huh? Missing agent. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Letters of condolences will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Shit.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
What do you mean there's no one in here? The fuck? Darling's investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation GO45-5 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's codename to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing to interview his staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research. Wonder if they were talking about my brother. They were talking about Dylan. Casey inquiry. A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start the surveillance on this guy. Alex Casey from the book? I thought he died. Maybe he didn't die. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Alex Casey from the books. From Alan Wake's books, no less. That's crazy. Okay. Alex Casey looking into Alan Wake. Supplementary materials. Note, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. A 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained from coroner's office also included blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings: blunt force injuries, head, lacerations, left ear, cheek, blunt force injuries, extremities, dislocation right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. Extensive trauma, abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidney, and portions of large and small intestine. All missing from scene. Conclusion: it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with an animal attack. What the fuck is it talking about? Resignation letter. To whom it may concern, it is with a great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of the investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank safety problem. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame the situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open the firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed all his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Damn. Damn. There's something bad back here, man. Staffing issue. So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. The lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle this. Wild. So he was not happy about that shit. Okay, this is why it's so crowded in here, because there's so much of this area, I guess, that's just blocked off. For some fucking reason, there's something in here. Cauldron Lake update, Alan Wake! To Chief Investigator Dennis, it happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our blank. Could be raccoons, the locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of reoccurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Blank Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this blank hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might investigate in some raccoon trap. So there's like a station over in Bright Falls that keeps on getting fucked with, I guess. That's kind of funny, weird. Oh my god, there's so many of these to read. Jesus, we're gonna be here for a while. Sorry, I had to take a drink. It's a lot. Underhill background. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist. What the fuck? A paranatural botanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Oh yeah, this is that lady down there that was like real rude to us and was like, "Don't eat the fucking mold, idiot." Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. She left? Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. The investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Yeah, well, she got it now. You know, it just took a whole new director, but we got it under control. I was definitely trying to look at this. Director's investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Blank was launched into the blank of Director Trench. Really? Zachariah Trench? They were investigating him? A recent change in Blank witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive Blank when Blank with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. That's where I'm trying to go. So Trench knew what Darling had in the interdimensional area and was getting mad at him for it. That's where we got to go soon. The investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Yeah, no, because you guys don't get to choose who leads anyway. The gun chooses. If he was doing really fucked up shit, he would have been taken out a long time ago, you know what I mean? I don't think you guys need to be worrying about who is running what. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. And that's from Trench? Okay, never mind. Trench might have been getting a little angry right there at the end. He didn't seem too stoked on any of that. He didn't seem to like that shit.